Good afternoon. So welcome to this talk. My name is Bruno Dillensager. And so Cliff is a load testing software that is being developed for a number of years within the OW2 community. This year I would like to show you that more than just performance testing and load testing, with Cliff you can do more. Afterwards you can do some quality of experience monitoring with Cliff. And before, you can also do some functional and integration tests with Cliff. In a nutshell, what is Cliff? Cliff is a load testing software. So its goal is to be able to generate some traffic according to an arbitrary protocol like TCP, UDP, or higher level like HTTP, LDAP, MQTT, RTP, SIP, and so on. So you have a number of load injectors that will generate traffic to your system under test, and you want to measure the response time and to check that the system is performing all right with a given load. Cliff, out of the box, supports a number of protocols, but you can also extend it by plugins. Using plugins with the protocols you need if you don't find your protocol in the standard distribution. Second, Cliff also comes with probes that will give some measurements and some about the computing and networking resources usage. Out of the box, you have the CPU probe, a probe for disk, for memory, for network, for Java virtual machines, and for RTP. But once again, here you can, if you need to monitor other resources, then you can integrate very easily your own probes. So, for example, in some projects, in some test cases, we had to integrate some probes to get some metrics from network equipment through the SNMP protocol. And in another test case, we had to integrate monitoring through GMX for a Java for a Java application server. What is particular with Cliff is its high power. It's very outstanding compared to other performance tools, including commercial ones. We had test cases where we put together more than 1,000 load injectors. It's not a problem for Cliff to run millions of virtual users in a single, on a laptop, for example, or any other machine. It all depends on the resources used by each virtual user. But it's the same thing. It's not more complex or easier to do also a test case with a single virtual user and a single load injector. And this is typically the case when you want to monitor the quality of experience of your service or application. And finally, Cliff comes with a number of tools for scenario edition and execution, for monitoring the test, and also for analyzing the measurements and producing some reports. And it comes with an integration to Eclipse and to Jenkins, and also with a full-fledged command line interface, which makes it easy to integrate it also in any other kind of tools. So I would like to focus here on some details about how you write test scenarios with Cliff. First of all, you have some logical statements, 3 conditional statements, which are the while loop, the if-then-else statement, and preemption. And you have also a special construct for doing some probabilistic branching within your behavior. And so with these 4 statements, you build the logical skeleton of the virtual user's behavior. Finally, when in this you have to add some real actions to perform. So first, and all the actions will be done by plugins. So the first kind of plugins are plugins for injecting traffic, so to generate requests and submit those requests to a server and measure the response times. So we have a number of load injectors for HTTP, LDAP, MQTT. We have a wide list. Plugins are also responsible for implementing think times, what we call think times. If you want to mimic the behavior of the real user, you know that the real user is not performing a request without stopping. He's always taking some time to read a web page before clicking and so on. With the plugins also will provide some conditions. Of course, since we have conditional statements, you must implement some conditions for these statements, and these are provided by the plugins. So, for example, with the HTTP injector plugin, you will find a condition to check the response code of the last request. The plugins also may be reconfigured dynamically for setting some specific parameters, like in the HTTP injector, you may change and set the timeouts, the connection timeout or the response timeout, for example. And finally, the plugins also implement some datasets. They make it possible to get some external datasets in order to feed your parameters in your request. So with all this basic language and plugins, basic features of the plugins, you build the behavior of your virtual users. And finally, you add a load profile, which specifies for each behavior you have defined the number of active virtual users you want as a function of time. So you see this example here, a sequence of ramp-ups and steps with different number of virtual users. So let's start now with performance testing, since it is the primary target of CLIF. So when you want to benchmark a system, you have to define your benchmarking plan. And to do this, you first have to identify and define the typical user behaviors, and including what are the requests and also what are the expected responses to these requests. As a matter of fact, when you are doing some performance testing, you are also interested in functional testing, because some functional bugs may be revealed in the stress conditions. So it's very important to check also the results. So here we see that you must work with people from designers, with designers and with the developers to have the good call flows, and also identify the parameters and identify the data sets that will feed those the request with parameters. Of course, you have to identify metrics of interest and to define a variety of load profiles with different numbers of virtual users, different durations in the steps or in the ramp-ups, and different levels of aggressiveness. Now, let's go to the next step. Your system is deployed, it's running, it's online, and there are real users on it, and you want to check that it's healthy. So what you want to monitor is its health. So does my system still alive? Does it respond? Its correctness. Are the response good responses? And you want to check its responsiveness. Does it respond in a timely fashion? And of course, if it's not the case, you will notify some supervisors. And here we see that we can just reuse the benchmarking scenarios because we already have the call flows and the behaviors of the virtual users, the relevant use cases. What you have to do is just to change the load profile, because here the traffic is already the real traffic. What you have to do is just a very thin traffic, typically with just a single virtual user. And then you will integrate Cliff with other tools for scheduling, for reporting, and for notifications. For example, we typically use Jenkins with the Cliff plugin for Jenkins, which makes it possible to automate periodically, most probably, the monitoring test. And also with the Cliff plugin, we get very valuable metrics and reports, including also trend reports on both response times, so quality of experience, and also about errors. And here we can also link Cliff with things about, you can get measurements from Cliff through some log collectors and dashboards like Kibana or Grafana. And now if we go before the benchmarking step, we go towards functional and integration testing. Here the requirements, the needs are, you want to check the correctness of your system based on realistic use cases. So you can use a number of tools to do the test scenarios. The benefit that you have if you use Cliff is that you will have also some performance metrics. And I definitely think it's a very good idea to feed the development teams and the designers with performance metrics very early in the development process. Because if there are some performance bugs, be they in the architecture or in the code itself, or just in the choice of some middleware, it's better if you find this very early and fix it before the benchmarking stage. So here's my conclusion. So with Cliff, you are given an opportunity to write your test scenarios only once. You will use them for functional and integration testing. Then you will change it a little bit, most probably about the load profile, mostly, for performance and load testing. And then you will still be able to reuse those scenarios for quality of experience monitoring. And so you have to be convinced that writing test scenarios requires a lot of knowledge about the application and requires a lot of time to implement them. So if you can do it only once and share it among a variety of people who are responsible for different jobs in the project, like testers, integrators, and validators, developers, and also finally the operators, then you see that Cliff is a good candidate for DevOps approaches because you can share the definitions and the tools between all kinds of people. And last but not least, Cliff really easily integrates with other tools like Eclipse, Jenkins, or through the command line interface with many other tools, like why not GitLab CI, and also with the log collectors and dashboards tools. So now let's conclude and really end. Just to say that just like most of other OW2 projects, Cliff is moving to OW2 GitLab. We are very excited about the new features, but it takes some time. So for the moment, the migration is not complete, but you have the main part, the stable part that has moved. And you can get fresh Cliff distributions automatically generated by GitLab CI. Another way of getting Cliff is also to get the Docker image and Docker Hub. So now I thank you for your attention, and I would be glad to answer any question.